This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
This ad is brought to you by the Galactic Law Firm, Dewey, Feckham, and Howe. Are you tired of Jedi butting into your already busy lives?
Let me see your identification.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Are you exasperated with the Jedi making your life choices for you?
You want to buy some death sticks?
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this and not join them!
Perhaps you should think about one of our premier services. New and improved Restraining Order 66. It's the solution to all your Jedi problems. We are the Imperial solution to the mischief-making Jedi. Call us now, the Galactic Law Firm of Dewey, Feckham, and Howe.
And good morning, good afternoon. Happy May the 4th be with you all. How is everyone doing today? Man, today is such a special day. And man, it's just such excitement. There's so much that I want to share. And we'll get to that. But the crazy thing is that it is May the 4th. It is happy Star Wars Day to us all. Hopefully everyone is enjoying today. I know that we got an early May the 4th present last night as all the content on Disney Plus dropped early. A lot of people got to witness the end of the Clone Wars. I know some tried to do a live stream, and I believe they were promptly shut down after, a few minutes of it. But I know I got to see it. I will give my thoughts on that later tonight. But yeah, wow. Not only are we getting all the stuff on Disney Plus, so we got Rise of Skywalker that's coming out. We had The Mandalorian behind the scenes. Plus, we also had the Clone Wars, the epic Clone Wars finale. Wow. All right. Well, first off, we're going to start with a little business. This is just basically a short podcast that I'm doing today. Tomorrow, I'll be back with a special guest. No spoilers there, but a special guest at a normal time, normal length. What I really wanted to do today was just kind of do a little rebranding. So for what you guys might have seen, I have a new logo, and I'll flash that back up there. So the podcast name stays the same. Star Wars Through the Ages. It's still me. It's still having fun. We still look at Star Wars from the beginning to the end, everything in between. But there is a new tag on there. A Red 5 Network podcast. So throughout the day, we're going to get a lot more details on what Red 5 is. And yeah, I'm just so excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. So basically, I'm titling this one Back to the Basics. It's mainly a rebranding of the podcast, what's going on, what we're doing here, what we expect to do. But as always, the news. And I am an affiliate of Far, Far Away News. You can go to them there for all your latest news. And let's see what they have going on today. So, man, the new layout for Far, Far Away News is so smooth. I really like the transitions that they do there. It's such a complete site. It has articles that cover everything. They have articles about Finn and if he's strong in the Force or not. They cover a Sam Witwer tease for the Clone Wars. They have book reviews on Revenge of the Sith. They cover lightsabers. They have quotes of the day. Today's quote: "Rebellions are built on hope." Jyn Erso. They also have on this day in Star Wars history. Today, 5/4/1979. The fan-coined "May the Fourth be with you" slogan gets its first major boost of exposure when the London Evening News uses it as a half-page congratulatory note to Margaret Thatcher. So again, go to Far, Far Away News. Check out all everything that they have on there. They also have a lot of deals that are going on for May the 4th. Awesome site. Definitely go check them out. So that's the news. Quickly check over into the chat here. All right. So it looks like we have Rural Farm Boy. We got 2Med2. Rachel's here with us. Mr. Rez. Man, I'm glad to see you guys. This is such an exciting day. Hopefully that you guys are enjoying the day and will get your fill of Star Wars content. I look at it as Thanksgiving Day for us Star Wars people. We'll just fill and gut ourselves till we just can't take any more Star Wars content. But as they always say, there's always room for Jell-O. All right. So who am I and why am I podcasting? So I go by multiple names. I am DJ is my actual name. Most everybody on Twitter and through the Star Wars Network knows me as Charlie Skywalker. I've told the story on how I've gotten that through the Pete Fletzer podcast. And it's great. But I've kind of evolved as well. And I picked up a new moniker, Red 4, which is my call sign for the new network. But who am I? Well, one, I am a husband. I am a father. I have 6 kids. They all tolerate my enthusiasm and my love for Star Wars. My kids are slowly starting to get into it. My son is really into drawing Star Wars characters. He not necessarily likes to watch all the shows. My oldest daughter is a Trekkie. I've tried to get her to switch over, but still, she's a fan of something, and I'm glad for that. My 16-year-old daughter loves Star Wars. She's watched everything that's come out. She's reading the books now. So, my wife, she tolerates my nonsense, my spending habits, my time dedicated to the fan base and to the movies, which is something that I'm really thankful for. I could have a wife that, oh man, Star Wars again. No, first thing she did when she woke up this morning was, hey, happy May the 4th. She knew I was excited. And she allows me to really get into that. So why am I podcasting though? Well, I'm a nut job. I have a lot of oddball ideas. I have a lot of theories that really started a long time ago about what ifs and how could this happen, and it'd be awesome if we could see this, and never expecting anything to come of it, but just a lot of things, a lot of topics to talk about that I would talk with my friends. And I got to a point where I was really seeing a lot of negativity about Star Wars and in the way that it was being treated. So I checked out the Star Wars Twitter and made a lot of friends with a lot of you guys that are there in the chat, and started really listening to different podcasts. Rural Farm Boy, the podcast extraordinaire, had a list for me to start with, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And man, it's just awesome. And through that, I met Michael from the 2Med2 Star Wars Network, and jumped on his podcast as a guest, and we would just hang out and talk Star Wars. And then I'd guest on a couple of others. I'm like, man, it'd be really awesome if I could do this myself, and I can really express my opinions and my thoughts and my crazy ideas without necessarily having to reflect on other people, which is cool. And I really appreciate those that help get me my start, and that continue to listen in. And man, we just have a great time talking about Star Wars, whether it's on my podcast or someone else's, and the live chat crew. Once we all rally together and just invade a podcast and fill their chats up, it's just absolutely amazing. Not only that, the podcasting avenue has allowed me to extend my family. I really look at a lot of the friends that I've made since I started podcasting and started being active on Twitter as family. When I have personal problems, I can talk with a lot of you guys about it. When you guys are having a rough time of life, because life is always going to give us a rough time, then you can talk to me as well. So not only does it cover Star Wars, but we've become so close that we're family, and we can discuss other things as well. And to me, that's what Star Wars is all about. It's about bringing people together, forming that friendship, forming that family. So as I talked about earlier, Star Wars Through the Ages is now part of the Red 5 network. So what is the Red 5 network? Well, a lot of information is going to be coming about that throughout the day. Just in general, it is a group of podcasters that really enjoyed producing stuff together, bouncing ideas off of each other, really helping in the creative process. As of right now, there are 10 of us that are in the group. And I'm not going to go down the full list, and we'll do that throughout the day. But I was asked, hey, is this something that I might be interested in? And after discussing it and finding out what it was and what it was going to entail, then I was all for it. Because what it is a bunch of us just getting together, helping each other, having fun, being creative, because man, there are a lot of creative Star Wars content people that are out there, and we're all passionate about the same thing, about being positive about Star Wars, about sharing that content and boosting each other up, and supporting each other's shows. So that in a nutshell is what Red 5 is. And I really wanted to be a part of something that was special, something that, if I needed help with something, whether it was Photoshop, whether it was audio problems or different things, then we have all this big collective of people, and we can help each other work through any problems that we have. And all the people that are on there are all content creators that I was already following. So it just made sense, hey, why not share our knowledge together and work together and put forth something absolutely awesome. And so that's what we're doing. All right. Sorry. Just checking in on the chat here. Yeah. It's, that's the reason why we are friends. We could be like just the Borg collective. I am the Borg. We all are Star Wars, every last one of us. And it's just, man, I just enjoy it. So basically, the last banner that I have here before we just get in and just start talking stuff is, what does the future hold for the podcast? How does being part of Red 5, how's that going to affect this channel, this show? And to be honest, other than positivity, other than being helpful, nothing's really going to change. I'm still going to put out content. It's just, I believe, going to be better produced. It's going to have a lot more thought behind it and a lot more backing behind it. If I have questions on, I have a topic and man, I think this would be a good topic. I really need to flush it out. I can bounce the ideas off of this group of creators and say, hey, what do you guys think about this? And then we can either get together on a podcast and discuss it, or they could just, privately say, hey, yeah, this works, this doesn't work, stick with this, stick with that. And then, it's just going to be for the betterment of Star Wars through the ages. So, I mean, that's where I am. Today is going to be absolutely awesome. I know that I believe Conversations has already dropped some for theirs. This is just my little brief introduction for here. We are going to have a live chat tonight as well through Scarif Podcast. So if you guys are free this afternoon or this evening, come on by, hang out with us. We'll chat some Star Wars. We'll give you even more information on Red 5 and what we're doing and how we're doing it. And you guys just wait till the website drops. You guys are going to be absolutely astounded at the amount of content that's going to be available. No matter what your cup of tea is. If you like creativeness and commercials or research or anything, it's going to be found. And we're all working on it together. And it's going to be absolutely epic. So that was my spiel. That's my rebranding. That's what's going on in this world of Star Wars. Roel, did you manage to watch the Clone Wars finale? And I believe it is at 8:30 Central. I'll double check that. Just check on Twitter. I know it's on there as well. With me being in the Mountain Time Zone, I kind of get things a little mixed up. I believe it's at 8:30 Central, possibly. Maybe it's 8:30 Eastern. I'll have to check and see. I'm not exactly sure how all the time changes get affected. But we'll look. Hold on. I'll check real quick and see if I can find it. And let's see. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm looking this up. Well, I'm not finding it like straight away, but we will be going live tonight So yeah. Michael, did I know that last night they had pulled you from YouTube for your streaming? Did they pull you from Twitch as well, or were you able to complete the viewing on Twitch? I was watching on YouTube and then saw it got pulled, but I don't have Twitch, so I didn't know if you were able to continue over there or not. And while we're waiting for him here, let me see if I can find it again. Let's see. And do you guys have any other plans for May the 4th? What type of Star Wars content are you going to be ingesting today? Just going to watch the movies? You're going to watch the shows? Just podcasts? What do you guys have going? I know RFB says that his playlist is going to get broke today. Well, I don't know about broke. It definitely will get full. But if it hasn't, I apologize for that. All right. Okay, it was on Facebook. Won the appeal. Okay, well, that's awesome. Yeah, and Rural Farm Boy says he's going to be on as many live shows as he can. I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be scouring the airwaves, trying to get as much content in as well, especially around dodging work. I kind of logged in today and threw off some emails and kind of been going back and forth enough activity where my work thinks that I'm still working. One of the joys of working from home right now, but I still get to ingest as much Star Wars content as possible. But all right, guys, it's really all I was wanting to do this morning was to just do a brief little rundown. Did you guys catch the beginning with the new the sound? I actually made a commercial. I thought it was pretty amusing. We've been trying to work that in for a while, and just trying my hand at doing different creative stuff. RFB is double fisting right now. He's got this open and there. Well, I'm going to make it a little easier for you. I'm going to go ahead and end this for right now. Again, we are going to be live later tonight. And I believe it was 7:30 Mountain. So it'll be 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern time. And and I'm going to try to make as many shows as I can get on and to have as much fun as possible today. Hopefully you guys enjoy your lunch. Thanks for hanging out with me for this last 30 minutes or so. Have a great day. May the 4th be with you.